Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jane Lee. I'm here with Gerald McAdoo, Director of Snapshot Business Services. So over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about the tax management system, solving the challenge of tax incentives. Before we begin, I'd like to do a quick introduction. Again, my name is Jane Lee. I specialize in working with small and mid-sized businesses. I can show any business owner how to find hidden profits in 45 minutes without them spending an extra dollar on marketing or advertising. I'm going to turn it over to Gerald to introduce himself.
Sure, Gerald McAdoo, Snapshot Business Services. We work with small and mid-sized businesses to help them improve cash flow. The way we do that is by helping them capture the local, state, and federal that they qualify for, but may not know exists or how to leverage.
Wonderful. So I'm thrilled to be here today to learn about a solution that could make a huge impact on small and mid-sized businesses, as Gerald was saying, the tax management system. And as a business strategist, I'm always looking for ways to help my clients uncover hidden opportunities, and this system sounds like a powerful tool to do just that.
That's right, Jane. Small and mid-sized businesses often miss out on valuable tax credits and incentives for a variety of reasons. They might not know these programs exist, or they think they're too small to qualify, or believe the process is too complex or time-consuming.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, that is a common challenge that I hear from my clients. They want to focus on growing their business and not navigating some complex tax regulations. So I'm really interested to see how the tax management system simplifies this process and ensures that businesses don't leave money on the table.
Yes, precisely. And the great news is getting started is easy. Businesses can schedule a quick call with us to discover what incentives they qualify for, no strings attached, or use our online calculator for an instant estimate.
Wow, okay, so I can already see how this could be a game changer for my clients. So let's dive in and see how the system works and why these opportunities are often overlooked and how we can make it simple for businesses to claim what's rightfully theirs. So let's get started.
Well, Jane, you're a business strategist. Let's talk about why so many businesses, your current and future clients, might miss out on tax incentive. What's holding them back?
Well, I'm sure you can guess. I mean, for starters, many business owners don't know that these programs exist. And even when they do, they often think these programs are for large corporations and their business is too small to qualify. Not to mention it, it seems very complicated to navigate and find these incentives.
Yeah, right on the money. Those are common challenges. Another issue is complexity. Business owners feel they need to become subject matter experts just to navigate the process, and add in paperwork and the time required. And it's easy to see why so many give up before they even start.
Well, and let's not forget the most significant factor. They haven't met somebody like you, someone who can identify these opportunities, capture them efficiently, and then share in the benefits when it's successful.
I appreciate that, Jane. That is why the tax management system is so powerful. It removes these pain points by doing the heavy lifting. With its automated processes and expert-driven design, businesses can finally take advantage of the incentives they deserve without all the hassle.
Okay, so I'm really excited to see how this system tackles these challenges head on. So, Gerald, what's the first step?
Well, it starts with a setup wizard, which gathers essential details like the client locations, employees, and industry. The data is used to screen for over 100 local, state, and federal programs automatically. Our team has been capturing tax credits and incentives for nearly 25 years. So we use predictive modeling to identify the best opportunities and ensure that no program is overlooked. Even if a business doesn't qualify at the federal level, state level programs may still apply. Well, we do the heavy lifting, identifying not only tax credits, but also cost saving opportunities tailored to your or their industry.
All right, so you're saying the system eliminates the need for businesses to research on their own or guess which programs they might qualify for, right?
Yes, and that's what's truly game changing. The system works independently of existing HR and financial platforms, so there's no need for complex integrations. It's designed to work seamlessly with your business as it is, automation and an experienced back office take care of everything from initial screening to compliance and reporting.
So what I'm hearing is that it removes the burden from the business owner while capturing maximum benefit. I mean, this sounds fantastic.
Oh, it's a fantastic tool. Love to take
Oh,
you through a quick example.
that would be great.
So the purpose of this, just to demonstrate how quickly you can begin capturing, all the incentives that you qualify for. This is proprietary software. Think of it like QuickBooks for tax incentives. We do this for you in the background while you run your business. So I'll use a restaurant. Everyone has their favorite restaurant.
Mhm.
And as we go through this, ballpark figures are okay here. We don't need to use exact figures at this point. I'm going to use these three slider bars just to ask a couple of questions. So for his restaurant, first question is, well, how many total employees do you have? This would be full and part-time employees. And I'm going to say this restaurant has 80 employees. Second slider bar is, well, how many do you hire annually, for turnover as well as for growth? Restaurants tend to have pretty good turnover, say 40 in this case. And then the amount of commercial property that's owned. Let's say that we're dealing with two locations, and let's say the cost was 5 million, not market value, but the purchase or building cost, including any improvements that have been made over the past 20 years. Also, if you're leasing the property and spent 250,000 or more on improvements, that's a figure that you would want to include here as well.
So on that commercial real estate number, is that the company, if they own more than two properties, is that the total of all properties or just one property?
And the way I'm entering here, this would be the total of all those properties. When we
Okay.
get to the second page, we can actually break it down and learn a
Ah,
bit more about each of those.
I see. Okay, thanks.
Yep. Now I'm going to click OK, claim your funds. That's going to take us to the second page, and hopefully those numbers flow through. And they did. In this case, if not, I could quickly re-enter those.
Okay.
Um, Industry, I'm going to select restaurant and annual payroll. If they're, let's see, 80 employees and say 3.2 million. Okay, we'll hit continue. Do we own commercial property? Yes. And we said two locations. And this gets to you. And now we're going to ask us a couple of questions about the property itself.
Okay.
So first, let's say I'm using the drop-down menu. First, let's say it was a quick serve restaurant. You can give it a name or nickname. Let's say it was purchased in 2012. That's when it went into service. And that one was 2 million cost. The second, let's say it's also a restaurant, but it's a high-end restaurant. And let's say that one came into service in 2017, and the total cost involved in that was $3 million.
So Gerald, can you just quickly explain the quick serve versus high end?
Well, just for a restaurant, it might be a quick serve. I'm thinking of like McDonald's or Burger King or something like that.
Okay.
High-end restaurant, higher level of service.
Okay.
So there's probably more spent on renovations and things of that sort. But we give them a number of different industries that gives us an idea of what type of building, what type of renovations and things are involved.
Okay. Okay.
Again, they have to enter in very little information. We have, 20 plus years of data and information that we're looking at. And this is just to get us started. If we
Okay.
decide to move forward, there's certainly due diligence and some other things that we will request to narrow down some of the figures and numbers that we have.
I see. Okay.
But
Thanks.
great question. And then the final question says, for these years, 2018 and 19, did you have operations in any of these states? Um, I'm going to say they had one in Florida and one in Texas. And then it says, if so, which county? I'm going to say Jackson County and Harris. I know that's outside of Houston. Okay. So now at the bottom, you'll see savings of 407,000 plus. This is the anticipated savings for the top 5 incentives that we're screening for at this level. In my example, a little bit over $400,000. They could enter in their information for the custom report, which will itemize which incentives they qualify for and for how much. And then similar to QuickBooks, you would activate by creating a master account and a password. So at this point, the question for the business owner is, if and $400,000 in this case, is that worth 15, 30 minutes of your time? What else would you do with 30 minutes that's going to return you $400,000?
Well, I mean, as far as an ROI is concerned, I mean that's phenomenal. I mean, you're going to identify $400,000 in that was less than like 5 minutes. So, the ROI definitely is there. So now that we do understand at a very high level how it works, let's talk about what sets the tax management system apart.
Sure. Well, first, it's comprehensive. This platform doesn't just identify tax credits, it manages the entire life cycle, including compliance every step of the way. Second, it's effortless. By automating the process, the system saves time and eliminates errors. Businesses no longer need to become tax experts or spend hours filling out non-essential forms and spreadsheets. Again, it is appropriate to think of the tax management system as QuickBooks for tax incentives. It's also scalable, adapting to the needs of the businesses, big or small and multi-location. And the best part is transparent. A real-time dashboard keeps you informed about your process, your benefits, and pending claims. It may be maybe most importantly, the reason they likely started the business, it is profitable. By uncovering these opportunities, business can offset costs, boost cash flow, and reinvest in the growth of their business, all without the typical headaches.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure a lot of business owners are going to be very interested to learn more about it. So, will you be able to share some real world success stories?
Sure. Let's take a small auto dealership, less than 10 locations, had about 310 hires annually. By using the tax management system, they uncovered 170,000 in expected annual benefits. Or the restaurant chain, as a Texas base, less than 20 locations, had 570 or so new hires a year. They identified $314,000 in incentives and tens of thousands in annual benefits. Again, these are businesses just like many others, leveraging the system to uncover substantial financial opportunities. Or the one location medical facility, hiring just 4 or 5 employees a year, capturing 5,000 in annual benefits and another $1,000 or so each month in savings. Now that may not sound like a lot, but for a small business, $5,000 and $1,000 a month is meaningful and can make an impact. I mean, those are some examples that show no business is too small to benefit from the tax management system. Even businesses with just a few employees often qualify for significant benefits. If you hire, innovate, or operate in almost any industry, you likely qualify for more than you realize. More specifically, I would say, and this would be the wide net, if you hire one or more employee a year, and these are or, not and,
Mhm.
or if those employees are manufacturing employees or they're doing anything technical, or you own the commercial property, you should look at the tax management system. I'd also add if you have expenses exceeding a few $100,000 a year, there are existing methods to reduce some expenses at no risk.
Oh, wow, that is phenomenal. Well, I mean, now that I've seen this tax management system and that it can solve some common challenges of accessing tax credits and incentives, I mean, I have a few business owners that I'm really excited to be talking to here shortly. And I can't wait, wait to share it with some of my clients. I mean, I'm going to a networking event this evening, so it's going to be at the forefront of my thoughts here and seeing what kind of business they own. So what's the best way to learn more about the tax management system and find out the qualifications?
Sure, they can schedule a call with our team. There's no commitment, just a chance to discover what opportunities await your business, or use our online calculator that we went through just to get an estimate of the potential benefits in minutes. It's fast, it's easy, and you get a clear idea of what's possible.
So that online calculator, that's what you were showing us earlier, right? That you were sharing and showing us the little bars.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
the specialized tax incentive calculator that leads right to the tax management system.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Well, okay. So now everybody, the tax management system is a great partner in simplifying tax credits and incentives and capturing missed opportunities and driving growth. So let's Let Gerald and his team show you what's possible.
Yes, thank you. It is a team effort because when it comes to tax credits and incentives, the only thing better than knowing that you qualify for is knowing that you don't have to figure it out alone.
Well, we don't like to do things on our own, especially when we have an expert like you. But thank you for joining us. We look forward to helping your businesses thrive. So join us next time as we dive deeper into the hiring tax credit incentives and turning your HR into a revenue generator.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thanks, Cheryl. Have a great day.